thank you for taking a moment to take a look at the new AVG Cloudcare content protection, content filter settings that we are speaking to you about in the notice we sent to you. We're really excited about the content protection capabilities that they're giving us here, and the fact that we can apply it to individual computers or groups or a whole organization, and that it's active whether the computer's on site or whether it's taken out of the office to a customer site or even to somebody's home. The content protection remains active just like antivirus does. We've been looking for a solution like this for a couple of years now and finally found one. And we've been testing it for the last 3 months with terrific results. So just to give you an example, once you turn on content protection for a computer or a group of people, this is some of the settings we have that we can work up with you on how you want your employees protected. Basically, there's some default settings, but we can override any of these. As you can see, business websites are allowed. Certain things are blocked, malware, movie sites, certain search terms. But we can change any of these to be block, allow, or warn. Block is obviously they'll get a screen when they try to go to that website, one of those categorized websites that says, I'm sorry, your employer has blocked you from visiting this website using a business computer. We can also just put up a warning, and some of these you'll see are set to warn, such as mature topics, hate, lifestyles, abortion, things like that. Those, they'll get a warning saying you're going to a website that is not recommended. We're warning you before you go to this website, but it will allow them to go. And again, we can change any of these at will. So these are the defaults. Certainly pornography by default is blocked completely, prohibited sites are default block, and so on. Now, the nice thing about this system, and the reason we like it so much, is we can then have exceptions on top of these categories. So let's say you don't want your people to be able to go to Facebook in the middle of the day and spend their time. We just simply type that in and add it as a blocked website. On the other hand, maybe there's a certain site you do want your people to be able to get to, and it's being blocked as one of the categories. We have the ability to allow it over here. We can also put these computers and systems on schedules, which means maybe only the blocking occurs, the content protection occurs at certain times of day, certain days of the week. You see the power of this system and how flexible it is. And then we even have some options for overriding. So for instance, as the business owner, maybe you also want to be protected against getting to a site you really, and it's not that sometimes we'll type in something and we'll make a mistype in a website and it'll take us to a site we really don't belong in. We didn't want to go there, and maybe it's full of malware. We can either set it to where we can put in an override password for certain computers. And we give you the password. So if you know the password, you have the ability, it'll come up and say this is a blocked, restricted website. Your company policy doesn't allow you to go there, but then there'll be a password box, and if you know the password, it will go ahead and allow you to go to that website. So as you can see, a lot of capability with the system, a lot of flexibility, and all these settings can be applied to a group of people or a type of machine or an individual, however you want to do it. It's taken care of that way. One of the other great benefits of the program is you, as the executive or primary contact for the company with Anexeon, have the ability to give us a call or send us a notice if you're interested in some reporting. We have some real powerful reporting capabilities in the system that allow for sort of an overview of everything that's going on, including a count of blocked access to these various categories. In other words, people tried to get to the sites in the organization and couldn't get there. Also other things like, what's installed, how much content and filtering, various types of threats and scans and alerts that have been sent out and things like that. Over time, they're going to be adding to these reporting capabilities to add such things as, it can probably get down to the user level on who's trying to access certain sites and things like that. So reporting power is there as well, and that'll be improving over the next year as they refine the product. Thanks for taking a minute to watch, and if you have any questions about the product, please contact Kurt Miller or Ron Ortiz at 702-938-0365.